Hi, my name's Ruan and this is my channel, The Yorkshire Sew Girl. I'm coming today with my, May makes. I can't work it out because I'm so behind on it and it's actually July next week. So yeah, I'm behind as usual. You know what I'm like. I'm sorry, I'm a bit au naturel today. It's very early on Saturday morning. I have been to my first Slimming World class after getting weighed last week. I lost £3 this week, which I'm very happy about for my first week, considering I went for an afternoon tea straight after getting weighed last week. But anyway, I'm happy with that. I always forget to say what I'm wearing. Again, I'm wearing ready-made retail. I'm so sorry. The reason that a lot of my videos at the moment are me wearing ready-to-wear clothes is because I've put weight on. I don't fit in a lot of my makes at the moment. So I'm just putting it out there. That's why every time you see me in a video, I haven't really got anything on that is handmade. But anyway, we have a little mixture and hopefully I'll be starting to slim back into them soon. Fingers crossed. So yeah, so I actually made quite a bit of stuff in May, and that is because I was going on holiday the first week of June. So I had some serious motivation, but I also made things that were really quick and easy to make. So that certainly helped. Now, I think I've mentioned this before, what I've started doing is planning what I'm going to make and then going and cutting it all out, batch cutting it out and popping it into my, let me grab one now, project bags, which I know you lot have gone bonkers for when I think I put it up on an Instagram page or maybe talked about it on one of these vlogs. So then I put in the pattern and all the pattern pieces already cut out, and then I put it in a box down here, and then I can just pull them out one at a time. It's brilliant. The other thing that I tend to do, little tip, is when I'm doing batch cutting out, because obviously my sewing room, I'm very lucky to have a sewing room, but it's very tiny. I can't cut out in here. So I have to take every single thing downstairs and it's a right pain in the butt. So what I tend to do is every time I'm doing a big batch cutting out session, where I like break my back pretty much doing it on the kitchen table, I'll also take down a pattern that I know and love. And some lovely fabric, and I will always try and cut out an extra pattern that's maybe not in my plans. And the reason I do that is because then, depending on how I'm feeling, I've always got a project in my box that I can just pull straight out and do the do. So for example, I'm making some pajamas now that I know fit me, and I've made them before and they're dead simple. So I cut those out while I was cutting out, I think it was the May plans. And then it's just in there for me to just sew up as and when I like. So I've always got one or two projects in a project bag cut out ready, just in case I feel the need to sew. So yeah, so let's start with number one, which is this one. Shall I get it? I'll get it now. I'll be putting pictures up as well, don't forget. So this is numero uno. So this is the Tilly and the Buttons Tabitha t-shirt dress. Now I've made the Tabitha t-shirt before as part of the Juno pyjamas that I made in some lovely viscose jersey from my Sew Hayley Jane box way back at the beginning of subscribing. But this dress was a complete bargain. The reason for that is because this fabric was, Rachel from Stitched Up will tell me, I can't remember if it's, I think it's not pound a metre, pound fabrics. Oh, I don't know, one of them. I'll try and find out. Anyway, she sent me a picture of this some time ago and said, oh my goodness, have you seen the cotton jersey that they've got? It's £2.50 a metre. So I said, oh, will you get me some on your order? Because she was ordering a load of stuff, and I'll pick it up from you when I see you instead of having to pay postage for just this fabric. So she did it, and then when we met up, she gave me it and she wouldn't take money for it. So it was actually free for me. I had the ribbing already in my stash, and I also had some red drawstring left over from my page hoodie. So really, in my head, this was a free dress. You know what I'm saying? But I absolutely love this dress. I was unsure as to whether this style would suit me, but I think it does, and I'm really pleased. So like I said, I'll pop some pictures in as well while I'm talking about it. So this is the Tabitha t-shirt dress, and it's in the Make It Simple book. That's Sam from Purple Cloud Sewing, or Purple Sewing Cloud. And yeah, it was this picture that inspired me, but I just wanted a short sleeved and shorter length for my holidays. So that's what I did. Now, I obviously knew that the top part section was going to suit me because I'd already made it before, and I made it in a size 6. And then you self-draft the bottom part of it. So you measure yourself. Let me see if I can find it in the book somewhere. And it shows you all the measurements and what you need to do in order to do it. She says, I'll probably not be able to find it now. Oh, here we go. So that's it there. So it tells you to look at the measurements of your hip, and then the measurements of the top of, at the bottom of your t-shirt, and then you have a channel for your drawstring, and then you grade it out to your hips. Now I did actually have to take mine in a bit. So yeah, I think it says your hip measurement divided by 4, and then you add 3 centimetres on. But I ended up taking mine in a bit, and I didn't grade this part here very well. I was very straight. So I need to grade my pattern piece for the next time I make it, because I think I'll definitely make that again. And it was just so comfy to wear. So it was quick, simple to make. I literally could not fault it. It was great. What have I put? See, I've got my little book here. Again, you guys have gone bonkers for this when I put it on my last vlog. There's so many people that have bought this. I hope you're all using it. I'm being very disciplined. I'll have you know. All my stuff is in here. Oh, that was it. That was I knew I'd written something down because I wanted to speak to you about it, and that was this. Now, you'll have seen quite a few people talking about this recently, but this is the Gutterman Maraflex thread that is slightly stretchy. And I use this to sew my Tabitha t-shirt dress up, and it was awesome. So I didn't have to do zigzag stitch or sew anything on a lightning stitch or anything like that. Now, sometimes I would use my overlocker to sew things up, but I really enjoyed sewing this up and then finishing it with my overlocker. And if you can see here, it's just a straight stitch. Oh, game changer. I know loads of people have said that. So I've got it in black and red at the moment because I specifically bought this for this dress. And then I've just ordered it in white and navy, which I've just got from First of Fabrics. And then Andrea is putting some into my parcel next time I receive a parcel, because I might have ordered something from her as well. Talk about that another time, eh? So that's the Tabitha t-shirt dress. I'd highly recommend it. I mean, you can make it as long as you want, as short as you want. It depends on your style. You can have 3/4 length, long sleeves if you want, you know, but I just went for short sleeved, dead simple. And I loved wearing it on holiday. It was just so comfy. I think it'd be quite a nice travelling outfit as well, you know, if you went for slightly longer as well and then you were travelling in it on the aeroplane, etc. Absolutely spot on. So that was make number 1. Check me out. I'll consult my little book again, shall I? Then, oh, I'm proud of this little make. I'll show you now. Look at me wheeling over. Very professional. So this is my second make, and I absolutely love this to bits. Now, I think you all know I've got a bit of an obsession with this fabric that I got in my first subscription box, my Think Pink subscription box from Beyond the Pink Door. And I've made obviously a saltwater slip out of this already. But when I was cutting the saltwater slip dress out, I was going to use a huge piece of it for the binding, because obviously binding is cut on the bias. And I kind of thought, I don't really want to use all that fabric just for that piece of binding. So I cut it out in smaller lengths and then just sewed it together for my saltwater slip dress, so I didn't use as much fabric. What I do want to do next time is, I think Sam from Frugalissima has got a video on how to make continuous binding from a very small scrap of fabric as well, so I want to give that a go. But yeah, I think I cut 2 or 3 lots out instead of one big long piece and then sewed it together. So yeah, and then I knew I would have enough to cut this out. And I love this. It's just, I don't know if it's just the fabric, but I have made this before. I made it for So Yellow for Endo last year in a yellow with black polka dots, and I love it. I suit a halter neck, which is quite nice, and I suit a high neck, so it kind of works for me. But that pattern is So I'm doing well so far. I'm making them things that I said I would make, aren't I? That's the Stop and Still one, if you remember. Now, my friend Michelle bought me this, and she bought me in a size medium. I think it only comes in, small, medium and large, but it has got tons of room, so I wouldn't worry too much about the sizing. It sounds really restrictive, but it isn't. And I'm just going to show you inside. Did I show you this when I was doing the plans? I cannot remember. But it actually, the pattern comes on like, it feels like almost interfacing, but it's actually, I'm going to show you now, already cut out. Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's already cut out, and then you have your sash piece already cut out for you. So you don't even have to cut your pattern out, it's done. But the only downside to that is that it is only in 3 sizes, and then you can't really grade out. But you don't need to on a pattern like this, to be honest, because it's so flowy. So you've got so much ease in it, it's ridiculous. The only thing I would say about this is the instructions. I mean, that's the instructions. Now, it's a simple top, don't get me wrong, but the order in which they have you construct it is very strange. And it, to me, makes some of the edges not as tucked in, and that sounds like ridiculous, but it does it in a way that the different steps mean that it's not as neat and tidy as it could be, and if you just did it a different way, it would be really easy. Now, you know me, I'm a stickler for sticking to the rules, but I'm getting there now. I'm starting to do my own thing. So in my book, this one here, I have written down the instructions as I've done it on this top to make it what I think is a lot neater and tidier. So the other thing I did on my yellow one as well is that I actually, on the inside of the arm seams, I used bias binding, but on this one I didn't. I just overlocked it, turned it in and sewed it down, and it's perfect, to be fair. And it literally took less than an hour to make. So it's, if you want something quick and simple, the idea of that top is that I will wear it with white jeans one day. One day, when I haven't got a muffin top, I will wear that with white jeans and some little like espadrille wedges or something like that. Will it ever happen? But that's it. So yeah, so I made it in less than a metre. I think it was only about 80 centimetres, so it's great for remnants as well. And I cut the length off because it was super long. Now, obviously I'm 5'9", aren't I? 5'9", so I'm a bit of a giant, but I still cut quite a bit off the length of it as well. So that's why I got it out of about 80 centimetres this time. Spot on. So I cannot recommend it enough. I love it. I love the little bow at the side. I'm sorry if you can hear my washer, it's on a spin now. A side note, does anybody else get really irritated when their sewing machine is on the spin? Oh my god, it drives me insane. I'm all right with it the whole way through, and then as soon as it's on a spin, I'm like, shut up! What are you spinning for? Can't help it. Is it just me? Am I just a bit cuckoo? It's probably just me, isn't it? Someone in the comment section make me feel better about myself, please. Anyway, so that was number 2 that I said I was going to do. Number 3 that I said I was going to do. Oh yeah. In fact, no, I don't think I said I was going to do that one. I don't think I did. I don't think that was in my plans video. It was just because I was cutting things out. I thought, I'm going to try and get that out of that for my hollybobs. That's the reason that came in. That snuck in. That wasn't in the plans. So here are my Sofia trousers. I mean, you can't really see them very much, can you, hung up on here? But I made these in another fabric from So Hayley Jane that I've had in my stash for a while now. Now, it's really funny because this is a fabric that I would never choose. It's really, really funny, isn't it? But the more and more I saw it made up, the more and more I loved it. And now I'm so happy that I made these because I just wouldn't have chosen it. And I saw Elle from Elle and the Stitches, and she'd made some Sofia trousers. She'd made them high-waisted, actually. And she was wearing them with a nice white shirt. So I've just totally copied it, by the way. That is the best form of flattery, though, isn't it? Isn't it? So, yeah, I'd never made trousers before. You know, I've made pyjama bottoms, that's about it. So I thought I would just go in gently with the whole thing. So this is, if you didn't see my makes video, this is from, again, the Make It Simple book from Tilly and the Buttons. And here is Sam again. Look at those polka dot ones. They're nice, aren't they? I've actually got some ready to wear ones very similar to this, but I can't get past my hips right now. But yeah, I thought I'd give it a go, and I'm so pleased I did. I added pockets because you've got the option to add them or not add them. I added them in. I'm glad I did because I just love a good pocket. But they're so easy and quick to make. Man, they are brilliant. I keep looking over there because they're just over there now. I love them. So yeah, so I just styled them up with a little white vest and a white shirt over the top, very similar to what Elle did from Ellen Stitches. And I love them. I will wear them all the time. Now, I had to lengthen them quite a bit. I made them in a size 6, by the way. And the reason I made them in a size 6 is because I tend to be a size 6 pretty much all over with Tilly and the Buttons, which is quite nice because normally in a lot of, with a lot of pattern designers, I'm across several sizes, but I tend to be a roughly in between a 5 and a 6 with Tilly and the Buttons, so that's spot on. So I made a straight size 6. I was going to grade out to a 7 on the hips because I put weight on and then I forgot. But actually these fit me perfect, so I'm really pleased with them. You might have seen, if you've seen my Instagram page, you will see that there is one thing about it that just really irritates me. And that is the fact that because I was cutting them all out in one night and I was tired and my back was breaking and I was trying to get it all done, is I didn't pattern match. Now, there's loads of lovely people on my Instagram that said, don't worry about it, no one will even know. And it's true, because I'd say exactly the same to anybody else. But it's really bugging me. I'll put a picture in so that you can see. So, yeah, I'm just a little bit annoyed about that. But, so I would try and pattern match, I think, next time. And there will be definitely a next time. But, yeah, I still absolutely love them. So I lengthened them. Let me have a look by what. I lengthened them by 5 inches. And I still could have done with more because these are actually almost like a cut-off trouser anyway. So I wanted them full length. So I thought, well, I've heard that they come up quite short. I'll add 5 inches on. I'll be fine, surely. But I wasn't. And I think that is because they're actually supposed to be short above the ankle. So I think I'd add another 1 or 2 inches on if I wanted them full length again. And yeah, I will definitely be making some of them. So yeah, the other thing is obviously it's elasticated all the way round, which actually doesn't normally suit me. And a few people had suggested don't put the elastic all the way around, but I thought on my first make I'll just make them exactly as they're supposed to be, and then I'll be able to gauge. I didn't expect to like them quite as much as I did, but it's been fine actually. But I think next time I might try and start the elastic maybe just at the back. I don't know, we'll see. So it's got a flat front, but I am actually quite happy with them as they are. So if you're unsure about trying trousers for the first time, the Sofias I could highly recommend. Okay. Now normally I would go into in these videos, you know, what size ranges are from here to here and blah 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 blah. But I know it for a lot of people, they're like, yeah, we've heard all that before, shut up, get on with it. So I'm just going to link everything down below so that you can go straight to the pattern and have a look at the sizing, etc. if you're unsure. Okay, that was make number 3. Check me out. Look at my picture. Oh, I do make myself laugh. What even is that? Why are they making me draw a picture? I know I could refuse to draw a picture because it's my book and I can do what I want. But anyway, I just had to do it. So then, another make that I said I was going to make was this. And this is another Saltwater Slip. Now, you know how much I love my purple Saltwater Slip. It's just beautiful. So I decided I was going to make another one because I thought this might be quite nice in an evening as well. But I actually didn't get to wear this on holiday because, you know, when you take so much that you end up not actually wearing all of it. So I made this, so this is the Friday Pattern Company Saltwater Slip, and I made this out of this gorgeous viscose that I got on sale at Felicity Fabrics. I can't remember how much it was, but I think it was about £4 a metre, something ridiculous. Was it £2.50 a metre? Anyway, I can't remember. But it's so soft, and I didn't realise I'd actually ordered 4 metres of this. So this takes up less than 2 metres, so I've actually got over 2 metres left. And I love it, so it'll definitely be getting made up into something else. I won't go into too much details because I have talked about this pattern before, but you know my absolute love of it. It's a lot of binding, but I don't mind that at all. And I just think it gives a really lovely, neat finish to everything. It can be tricky to catch it in sometimes, but on this occasion I managed it and didn't have to hand stitch any of it down. So I was really pleased. It has your extenders on the back so that you can lift it up and down, which I love, and I'm going to probably do on a lot of things. I always struggle with the length of my straps, and having to go in and change them constantly is just hard work. The only thing I did wrong on these is I attached the straps at the back to the wrong side. I don't know why, but I did. So I actually attached these to the right side of the fabric instead of the wrong side. So then when you flip it out and you've put your binding on already, I didn't realise, and I'd already done all my binding, and I was like, I was being lazy basically because I was due to go on my holiday. So I just left it and I've sewn over the top of it, and it lies pretty flat. But you know, but it's really funny because this was the second time I made it, and the first time went without a hitch. I just got a bit cocky. So I did that wrong, and I also put the ties in a really strange place. I have no idea why. I don't know if there was another notch for, like, I can't remember that. I think there was another notch and I put it at the wrong notch. So when I went to put it on, they were right round near my hip. I was like, that won't work. That will not look good. So I had to unpick that and then put my straps back in. But that is a definite winner. So in this one, I did exactly the same as last time. I always think it's nice when you're making a pattern a second time. You don't have to cut the physical pattern out, just the pattern fabric, which is great. But it was a perfect fit for me. So I do an L on the bust, an XL on the waist, and an XL on the hips. I think I could actually come into an L all the way through, actually. And when I make another one, because I will do, I think I might do the L, because if I am trying to lose some weight, that might fit me better as well in the long run. But other than that, I made no other adjustments. I didn't lengthen it. That was it, done, dusted. And the slit up the side, a tongue twister, is perfect for me. So yeah, really, really happy with it. I just can't say anything better than that because I just love it. Last but not least that I got made in May is my beach bag. Now, you lovely ladies really helped me out here, because I had said that I was going to make one that was, I think it was a pattern that I'd got from one of the magazines, but it needed lots of interfacing and different things. And someone said, you do know that there's a free pattern, Ellie & Mac beach tote bag type pattern. And I was like, no, but I'm going to go and have a look now. So that's what I ended up using. And here it is. Oh, I'm going to have to get up now. Oh, and I'm down. So this is my beach bag that I whipped up. Now, I like a big beach bag, you know what I'm saying? And this is huge. It's really big, which is nice. So yeah, so I printed out all the pages for that. It didn't take any time at all. And then I did use this fabric. I know some of you were like, don't use that fabric, it's too nice. But I've got loads of it, so I've got plenty left to do something else with it. But I had that in my head, so I couldn't get it out. And I'm really pleased because the straps and the lining were from scrap fabric that I had just laid about. So, and I think they go really nicely together. So yeah, it took no time to make up. It was absolutely brilliant. You've got different options with this bag. You can have, I think you can have a front pocket on it with a zip. You can have a zip pocket inside. You can have a metal clasp here if you want, or they do an option where you've got ties and you can tie them with fabric. I chose not to do all of that, and the reason for that is because I have children and they're constantly in and out of my bag. And I like to be able to stuff so much in it that there's actually like towels popping out of it, etc. So I didn't want anything across the top. I did put pockets on the inside. You might not be able to see this very well, but I have got a pocket on the inside. You can't really see because it's the same fabric. So there's it's one big pocket, and then I took my phone, and I put it in there to see what size it would need to be, and then I sewed a line up the middle and along the bottom because it's a huge pocket, so that I can just slip my phone in there and it's just the right size, and then I've got a pocket here to put other bits and bobs in as well. So yeah, so this was scrap fabric, and then the fabric that I use for the actual main body of the bag, I can't remember where I got this from. I do know that they sell this in Fabworks in Dewsbury, if anybody was really interested. I'll see if I can find it and I'll put a link to it if I remember. I can't remember if I got it from Fabworks or if I got it from Fabricate in Murfield. I'm not quite sure, but it was really nice to work with because obviously it's a cotton, like linen type fabric, so it was perfect. And then I finished it off on the front here, look, with a little Kylie and the Machines label that says not for sale. Just, you know. So this took me no time to sew up either, and I really enjoyed making it. Obviously, you know, when you're making garments all the time, sometimes it's nice to make something a little bit different, but I absolutely love a little pop of red with blue and white. Something about that, isn't there? So this is the scale of it. I'll stand up so you can see the scale, look. That's how big it is. And it's big bottomed, just like its owner. You see how wide it is at the bottom. So yeah, oh, I'm really, really pleased with that. Yeah, I think, you know, maybe next time I will put a zip pocket on it, and maybe I will put a magnetic clasp. But I think this would be really lovely to, you know, make as a present for somebody who was going on their holidays. So yeah, I'm absolutely in love with that. So thank you, whoever it was that recommended this pattern to me, because I have a funny feeling I'll be making quite a few of these in my life. So that was everything I made. So I made 5 things in the month of May, which was super productive for me. So there was the Tabitha T-shirt dress, the little Halterneck flowy dress from Stoff and Still, which I think they're called SelfMade now. There was the Sofia Trousers, there was the Saltwater Slip, and the beach bag. Now, the only thing I didn't make that were in my plans was a Zadie jumpsuit. I just ran out of time. So there was the small Halterneck top that kind of snuck in there, but the Zadie had to be put to one side. And to be honest, I didn't really need that for my holiday, so it did take a back step. But I have made that since, but I'll talk about that in another video. So I was super, super pleased with that. What do we think? What was your favourite? What do you think suited me the best? I can't actually tell you what my favourite is out of all of that. I just don't know. I think I like them all equally. But what's interesting is I do think that I'll make all of those patterns again, which is nice, isn't it, when you do that and you like them that much. I think I've been on a really good streak recently with trying patterns and them fitting me and me really liking them. I mean, I'm obviously due a downfall. I'm due a downfall at some point, aren't I, where I'll just throw everything in the corner in a rage probably. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with what I made. And yeah, I got to wear everything other than, I didn't wear the Halterneck top in the end. And I didn't wear my Saltwater Slip. So I made all those for my holiday and I didn't actually wear 2 of them, but that's because I took so much stuff with me. And I think because we had a villa, we were in and out a lot. We weren't going out dressy. So that was another reason as well. So yeah, that's it. What do we think? I'm super pleased. I'd just like to put a little caveat in here though, that June was not as successful from a making point of view. Not at all. That might be a very quick vlog. Maybe I should have tagged that onto this and done it in 2 of them in 1 month, 1 vlog, but anyway, never mind. So yeah, that's all I've done. I'm really happy with that. It's red hot here. I'm going to go enjoy some sunshine with my boys when they get back from swimming with their dad. And we're doing our living room this month, and I mean completely gutting it. Everything's been ripped out. Everything's being plastered from scratch. Fireplaces are coming out and skirting boards are coming off. So things may be a bit rough in the month of July as well. So we'll see how much I actually get done. But I will be back with a vlog soon, hopefully to talk about what my plans are for next month, and we'll see how we get on. Okay, so I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's had some time for sewing, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.